Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell that notifies you every time I make a new video. That way you don't miss anything good. Alright, so today's video is aimed towards new people. I actually get asked questions about this a lot. People are saying, what are wildcards and how do the wildcards work? So we're going to go check that out. First off, you have to be in a crew in order to use wildcards. Alright, so you just go to your crew hangout, which I'm actually going to skip so I don't show all my players' names, because some people will try and take my players if they see their names, which it's alright. So just go to your crew hangout. Let me pause this for a second. Okay, so you go into your crew hangout and you click the little tab down here that says wildcard. You'll see there's a 30%, a 70%, and a 150%. Now up here, you'll see that I have 170 wildcard tokens. Well, how did I get those? There's all kinds of different little races all over the map that give out wildcard tokens. So as you complete events, little daily races, as you complete tasks and whatnot, you earn wildcard tokens. So, alright, the 30% wildcard will give you 30% more respect points once it's activated. The 70% will give you 70% more respect points once it's activated. And the 150 will give you 150% respect points once it's activated. Now, you'll see the 30% lasts for 3 hours. The 70% lasts for 2 hours. And the 150 lasts for 1 hour. So, people have to put their tokens into these cards. For example, today we have a 30% card due around 3 p.m. Eastern time. So we need to fill up our 30% card. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the tokens in. I just fill up this bar. I've got 170. I'm going to put all 170 into this card. So I just fill up the little bar. I hit the bam, 170. Okay. Now this card is almost full. Today around 3 p.m. this card will get activated and everybody's going to go out and do live racing. Alright, so I need to edit this in. Alright, you want to make sure when the wild card is activated, it's at a time when a bunch of your crewmates can be on, because everybody in the crew is going to get to use that once it's activated. And once that wild card's time expires, it's done until somebody fills it up with tokens again. And each time you fill that wild card up and activate it, the next time it's going to require more tokens to activate that wild card. Now, let's just say you activate this card at a random time and you're the only crewmate that's on. Well, yeah, you're going to earn a little bit of extra respect points for your crew, but it's much better to make sure 10 or 15 or 20 of your crewmates are going to be on. So you want to schedule it, your crew wants to schedule that card at a specific time. Because let's just say you have 15 people on, able to use the wild card. That's 15 people earning a lot of extra respect points for your crew, compared to if you just activate it by yourself and nobody else happens to be on. You've got one person using it and earning respect points. You are going to screw your crew out of a lot of extra respect points. Alright, there's a good chance if you keep activating the wild cards, your crew is not going to get all the prizes. You're not going to get the milestone car. You will screw your crew over by activating it at a random time, especially if you're the only person on, which does happen sometimes. That's why crews schedule the wild card for specific times. So once you activate that wild card, it is active for your entire crew, and once the time runs out, it's done. Nobody else in your crew gets to use it. So you need to make sure it's activated at a time when the most of your crewmates can be on to take advantage of it, so you guys can help get that milestone car and all of your prizes. Live racing is the best thing to do because it gives you the most respect points per win. So every time you win a live race, this card's going to give you 30% more respect points. This card's going to give you 70% more respect points. And this one's going to give you 150. Now, if you're just doing normal little races and stuff, you don't really want to do that. If you got a wild card activated, you're either going to want to do showdowns, or you're going to want to do live racing. All right. After you win a race, you get a set amount of RP per win, and these boost it up. But if you're doing these little races, most races don't give out much respect points. The only races that really do give out a lot of respect points are live racing or showdowns. All right, so that's why you always want to do one of those two things when the wild card is active. You don't want to go in and run like the 3-race crew cup, because those hardly give out any respect points at all. I'll show you that in just a second here. Now, one thing is, you do not, if you belong to a crew, do not activate the wild card unless you have permission, because your crew will kick you out. All right, a good crew will schedule their wild card for a certain time, and if you happen to activate that wild card at any other time than it was scheduled, they will kick you out if you're in a good crew. All right. So right now we got supply cups. Now I will tell you this, check out the prizes on this supply cup. If you look at the rewards, you're going to see a bunch of RP here. All right, this is RP for a prize. That you don't win that for completing a race. You win this as a prize. When you collect this RP right here, the wild card is not going to give you extra RP for the prizes you collect. It's only going to give you extra RP per win. Let's go ahead and do a couple races on this token cup, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by you're not going to gain much extra RP. Now, the car I'm currently driving is going to give you right around, I think it's about 1,400 respect points per win, maybe 1,300 on a live race. And I would get an additional 30%, 70%, or 150% depending on which wild card is active. Now, watch how small the RP is for winning this race here. And I should be hitting nitrous on second gear in this car, so I'm messing up. But it doesn't matter because this is just a daily race. Alright, check this out. This is going to give me a teeny tiny amount of respect points. I've only received 224 respect points for winning this race. Even if you have the 150% card activated, what's 150% of 224? Not very much. But if I were to take this car into a live race and win a live race, I would be getting close to, let's just say I had the 150 activated, I would be getting close to 3,000 respect points per win on a live race with the 150 card. With the 70 card, I think it's something around 2,000 respect points. And if I have the 30% activated, I get something like 1,600 or something. Those are just rough estimates. I can't remember. But if you're doing just little races like this, the wild card isn't really going to benefit you at all. So you either want to do live racing or you want to do a showdown if there's a showdown available. All right? Those are the only two things worthwhile when you've got a wild card activated. Hopefully all of this makes sense. Let me run through this last little race here. And everybody should be doing all these crew cups and stuff like that every single day. I mean, these are little quick 3-race events that give you a bunch of prizes. I didn't actually see what prizes I'm going to get from this one, but it's going to give me some prizes, alright? Certain races like this, you still have to be in a crew in order to compete in the race. If you're not in a crew, I think you can't even do these little races right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this third race. But you'll see most of the little daily races all over the map hardly give out any respect points at all. So you really don't want to be doing races like this. You want to be live racing or doing showdowns. Showdowns give out a nice chunk of respect points. Live racing gives out a nice chunk of respect points per win. Alright? Anything else does not. So you definitely want to be live racing. And again, do not activate a wild card if you don't have permission. Even if you activated at the correct time, if you weren't given permission to activate that wild card, your crew still might kick you out. Alright? When I first joined CSR2 and got into a crew and we were just letting anybody in, that was before our crew was good. People would come in and they would constantly activate the wild card at the wrong time, and we were just kicking people out and kicking people out and kicking people out. Everybody did it. It was terrible. Everybody went in and they activated our wild card and constantly got kicked out. Finally, we said, you know what? We're going to close recruitment and we're going to start interviewing people before we let them in. They have to agree not to activate the wild card before we let them into the crew. And you know what? We never had a problem since. All right, these are the prizes I just got from the token cup. Now, unfortunately, if, like I said, if I had the wild card activated, since these are prizes and not what you win for the race itself, I would not get a bonus on these. I would only get a bonus for the race win, okay? So don't expect to do your supply cup or your prestige cup or anything like that. Don't expect to get a bonus from the wild card on the prizes. Only what you make on the actual win for the race. So let's go ahead and do one live race really quick. Alright, so I just won this race. You're going to see how much RP I just got for this. Okay, I just got 1,346 respect points for that race, which is a pretty good amount. This guy is trying to swap with me. You'll see that I just got 1,346 respect points for that race. If the wild card had been activated, all right, that would have been either 30%, 70%, or 150% more, depending on which one of the wild cards we had activated. So that would have given me a really nice chunk of extra respect points if I would have had the wild card going. All right, that would have been a really nice chunk. And you can see on a loss, I only got 235 respect points for that race, which is pretty much next to nothing. So you want to make sure you can win your live races, or you at least want to try. Of course, you're not going to win every live race you do, but if you can win the live race, you're going to get a really nice chunk of respect points. Let me go ahead and win one more, and then I think I'm going to pretty much wrap this video up after that. Let's beat this guy. I keep hitting nitrous on the wrong gear on this car for some reason. I'm pretty sure this car likes nitrous in second gear. Alright, but anyways, here's another nice chunk of respect points for this win. And like I said, if the wild card would have been activated, well, he challenged me back extremely fast. Alright, hopefully this explains the wild card in detail. What to do, what not to do, how to use it, how to get the tokens, how to fill it up, and all that good stuff. Alright, I will catch you guys later. See ya.